All right, we'll start with Drew. Drew says, hey guys, for local SEO agencies, do you think it's better to include citations for one-time fee or as a subscription service on a rental basis? If so, do you do anything? If so, do you anything that can do this, easily do this? Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. So I don't charge that as like a separate line item. It's just included into a retainer fee. And just so you know, like for most of my clients now, I just use Yext Power Listings, but I don't buy it through Yext because I found that quantity of citations is not nearly as important as quality. So that's why I like to use Yext. But again, I don't buy Yext Power Listings through Yext. It's too expensive that way. It's stupid. I have a SEMrush subscription. And if you have a SEMrush subscription, you can get local listings. It's through Yext. They're just a reseller for $20 a month. And there's no contract. If you try to go to Yext directly, and there's some other ones called Uberall's, another one. There's several kind of services similar to Yext. So you don't have to use Yext. That's just what I use because I have a SEMrush account. And it's local listings is 20, which is again, Yext Power Listings. It's $20 a month and there's no contract. If you go buy directly through Yext, it's $1,000 a year and you have to sign a contract. And it's retarded. It's dumb. And once you check out, I think they give you, I know about this because I've seen it before. I used to purchase Yext years ago on my own, but now I just get it through SEMrush, like I said. Anyway, there's some offers that Yext has that will reduce the cost a bit, but it's still significantly higher than if you just get it through SEMrush. And by the way, like I said, it doesn't have to be Yext. There's other services that do that, such as like Uberall, I think is another one of them. And there's a few others that do it as well. Right here. Here's another one. I've not used them. Just to be clear, I've not used them, but I know that that's another one. And there's other ones too. Anybody that has any that want to post that in chat too, that would be good. Any ideas similar to Uberall or Yext Power Listings? Anyway, the reason why I like Yext Power Listings is because number one, you optimize the profile in one place, right? And you can fully optimize it, like really thoroughly optimize it. And it pushes or syncs to all of the directories. And in the US, if it's a storefront business with a published street address, or a service area business with a published street address, as long as the street address is published, then it's roughly 85 business directories. So again, very quickly, you can optimize it in one location and it pushes out across all those directories. And they're really well optimized as long as you spent the time optimizing the profile properly. And I found that is pretty much all that's needed. And then there's non-traditional citations, which we build those consistently. That's called expanding the entity footprint or informing the knowledge graph. It's a number of terms that are synonymous for that. We talk about that a lot, but like Syndication Academy training, which is our training, is specifically set up for continuing to add non-traditional citations, branded entity assets, and interlinking them, helping with discoverability, all the things that we teach at Semantic Mastery to help add nodes to the knowledge graph for a local entity, right? But as far as just strictly business directory listings, I found that Yext Power Listings or something comparable, something equivalent to that is all that's really needed. Part of the other reason why I like Yext Power Listings, and I shared this in the mastermind about 2 or 2.5 years ago now, so I can share it here now too as well. With Yext Power Listings or as part of SEMrush or whatever, there's also what's really cool. This is a hack. Those of you that use Yext or are considering using it, write this down, make a note of this, okay? But within the Yext Power Listings, you have what's called a featured message, which allows you to put a URL. You get a featured message URL and the featured message. So 2 text fields. You can put a URL in the featured message URL field, obviously, and then you put in whatever anchor text you want into the featured message field. That is a do follow link for about 60% of the business directories in Yext. Even when the business directory link, so the link to your website, your main name, address, phone number, website link is no follow, the featured message link is often follow. Not all the time, but it was 2 years ago, 60%. I haven't checked it in probably 2 years. But 2 years ago, about 60% of the Yext listings, even with no follow directory listings, would have do follow links through the featured message URL. So that's a great opportunity, guys, to link to your Google business website, right? With a featured message URL with an exact match anchor or target anchor. Why? Because it's a Google property. You can hit it with exact match anchors. It's fine. It's not going to, you won't hurt the Google business profile that way. And it's a way to get do follow links from high authority directory sites with exact, keyword anchors pushing relevance to your Google business profile website. Right. So that's typically what I do. I do not charge on a subscription basis for that. For my clients, it's just rolled into the monthly retainer. I also do provide, I resell Yext reseller through SEMrush for semantic links subscriber clients. That is a potential, that's an additional add-on if they want it. It's optional. And I charge $34 a month. So $14 a month markup to do that for them through my manager account. But that's still significantly cheaper than if you go to Yext directly, right? So that's why I do that. I offer it as an option for my link building clients if they want it as an add-on, and we will optimize the profile for their Yext profile, which then syncs out to all the directories. If that makes sense. So yeah, I don't charge for that. By the way, there's some other services out there. I use one of them called Citation Vault. Do not use that kind of stuff to go direct to your money site, guys. I see it all the time. Link building clients come in and they got Citation Vault linking directly to their money site. And that's just, it's not wise. Citation Vault is great. We use it all the time, but we use it to link to the Google business website or the Google Map share URL, not to the money site, right? Remember, Google properties are played by a different set of rules. Google's not going to punish itself. So you can get away with more aggressive stuff to your Google business properties. Although I don't recommend spamming it. I certainly don't recommend that anymore. We used to all the time, but I don't recommend that either. I try to treat the, again, you can be more aggressive with Google properties because it's Google, right? But I still try to be careful about what links I point, only having relevance and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh yeah, there is one more thing. Two things that we forgot to mention, kind of announcements. And I want to take opportunity to mention them now. Number one, Vetted. vetted.com, vetted with 3 T's instead of 2. That is Vasco's marketplace for SEO services. And I sell some link building services over there. Why I bring it up is because Vasco just sent me a message, Facebook Messenger again today saying, hey man, thanks. The coupon code was used 7 times, which is good. So he gave us a coupon, guys, that can be used for any service on Vetted. Just go whenever you go. It's 10% off coupon for any service at Vetted, not just my services, any service on Vetted, using the coupon code semantic. So if you go to, you've got the whole point is we're trying to get more people on the Vetted for Vasco. It's a good marketplace. I've been on it. Vasco bugged the shit out of me to get on it. And finally on a Saturday, I just said, fine, I'll do it just to get him off my back. If you're listening, Vasco. Well, seriously, I appreciate the fact that you bugged me because it's been a great addition. It's just been another source of revenue for my business. And it's also introduced other people that wouldn't have been introduced to me otherwise through the marketplace, which is great. So I appreciate that. It's a good marketplace. There's bugs because it's still being developed, et cetera, but it's a good marketplace. And we want to try to get people on there to help Vasco out. So again, Vetted with 3 T's, use this coupon code semantic for any service, not just my services, and you get 10% off. Okay. Also, one last thing that I want to talk about, and this is not, stand by for 1 second. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to click through. I did just launch another service yesterday on Vetted, which I'm going to point out very quickly, just because I know since I've been talking about geographic links and local links, I've had a lot of people request them. And I said, no, I'm only doing that for my, subscriber clients. And that's true. That has been true. Well, we started rolling out, or we started building local blogs for my subscriber clients as of April 1st of this year. See if I can find it. There it is. No, right there. This is the service I just launched yesterday. So we've been, is it going to go? Yeah. Okay. So we've been, building local blogs for my subscriber clients since April 1st. So we're 7 weeks into that process now, and we're at roughly 200 blogs right now. So we're building at between 25 to 30 local blogs per week right now. So I went ahead and opened it up yesterday. I added this to Vetted. I'm going to add it to my own dashboard and semantic links next week. But I didn't have time to do that this week. But you guys can go and check it out if you'd like. And again, if you use the coupon code semantic, you get 10% off. But that's for any service, not just mine. I'm just pointing this out because I know people have been literally sending private messages to me. Hey, when are you going to have local links ready? So here are local links. Now, guys, there is a a redirect to an Excel file that shows the local blogs that I currently have. Please do not place an order without checking the list first. If I don't have local blogs, I'm going to cancel your order. If I don't have local blogs that are relevant to what you need them to, then just submit a request to me. All right. And then I will create a reminder notification that as soon as we have some available, I will send you a message to be like, okay, we've got some blogs available in that area now. But please don't place an order unless I have blogs available that are relevant to what you need them for, like in geographic relevance, because otherwise I'm just going to cancel your order and refund your money. All right, guys. So just again, right at the bottom, before you can even click to the order button or whatever. Well, I guess you can click over here, but right at the bottom is the redirect, and it shows you, and I will be updating these probably once a week. If not once a week, it'll be once every 2 weeks. Okay, so that you'll get a new updated count of the links, or excuse me, local blogs. I know that this is important. The only reason I'm taking a moment to share this with you guys is because, again, I know the demand is high for this right now, and I want to make sure that you guys have access to it. But you can see I've got it sorted by state. We do have some in other countries, like, actually, why is it just showing United States? Maybe, no, there's some for United Kingdom, but we should have some for Australia too. I have to go back and look at it. Right there. There's a couple for Australia. We have a few for Canada. Oh, you know why? Because I've got it sorted by city name instead of by country. Anyway, guys, we're just keep in mind, and as you can see at the video at the top of you can watch this is the same video that I have in the niche edits, I think, or whatever, because it's the same. Topically relevant links have a significant influence on maps, or excuse me, organic ranking, and locally or geographically relevant links have a significant influence on maps ranking. So topical relevance doesn't matter for geographic link building. If you can also get topical relevance in addition to geographic relevance, well, that's what I call a unicorn link. You've even got a nice little unicorn emoji right there for it. But so I'm just pointing this out because if you're interested in local links, first check to see if we have any that are relevant to your area, which you need them for. And then number two, please don't message me about like, well, it's not really topically relevant to my area. No, because it doesn't matter. Right. It helps if you can get topical relevance and geographic relevance, but that's not really what matters. What we're trying to do is get just a mix of topically relevant links and geographically relevant links. And occasionally you'll get lucky and you'll be able to find one that is both topically and geographically relevant. But just don't hold out for those because it's probably not, they're few and far between. OK. Anyway, that wasn't supposed to be a blatant pitch, but I did want to share that with you guys and promote Vetted a bit more too as well. Okay.